Okay, so actually I rinsed out the blender, but then I decided I wanted to add a beet in. So I think I'd like my marinara sauce to have some beet. I like raw beet. It's really good for you for a lot of reasons. You know, I've looked it up on the internet, of course. That's where I get all my info these days. And, you know, it does great things for you. So, and it will make the marinara, I think, a lot redder, which I kind of like. So I'm just cutting off like the ends of it. And I'm gonna try to very carefully cut it into smaller chunks for this blender, because I don't know if my blender has ever chopped a beet before. I use them to make raw juice, so I have a juicer, and that works really nicely. But let's try this. Chop away. Right, I put all the marinara back in because I wanted the beet to grind. As you can see, it's getting a little messy here. Okay, so I poured the liquid back in because the beet really wasn't chopping correctly, so I'm going to see if that helps. Okay, obviously that was what it needed. So we're going to just, oh, it's really, it's like almost purple now. So now we're going to put we're going to strain it again. I'm going to bring the strainer back over here and see if we can get the thickest part for the lasagna. Oh, it's really, I mean, this is like, yeah, this is beyond red. This is like magenta. Pretty neat looking. Very cool. So we'll just let that drain, and I'm going to rinse out the blender again, and this time I'm going to really make the pine nut cheese. So I'll go do that right now. Get rinse the blender so it'll be all ready. So now we're going to make the cheese, which requires us to just take the zucchini and chop it up into pieces. And then stick it in our blender with a 1/4 cup of pine nuts, and I think I'll put a little bit more zucchini in there real quickly. Nothing fancy, just chop it up in pieces. And if you want, you can put in a clove of garlic, but I'm not going to do that. I don't want the garlic flavor in this one. I want to keep this one a little less spicy. So here we go. Let's see how this works. I think that's enough zucchini, but we'll find out. And we're gonna put it on, let's try chop. Okay, so obviously Christina's Vitamix does a better job with the pine nuts and making the cheese. So because I only have a blender, I'm gonna add some of this juice from the marinara so we have some liquid, and I'm hoping that that will help, because right now I'm not having any success with my blender making the cheese with the pine nuts and the zucchini, so we'll try. That we made a good version of it. Maybe not perfect, but close enough. It looks pretty darn cheesy to me. So we're gonna actually, I'm gonna put this back for a second. We're gonna actually put another layer of the zucchini, the lasagna strips on here. And this is gonna be where we put the cheese on top of this layer. So, and if you have a Vitamix, hopefully you'll be able to make the cheese the way Christina makes it, because hers turned out nice and green, which probably is better. But since all these flavors are going in the same place, to the same place eventually anyway, which is your stomach, I suppose it's fine that we added the marinara to the cheese. And so now I'm going to put the cheese on top of the zucchini. And by the way, Christina says do not She does not recommend that you eat the cheese without the other stuff because for some reason, I guess, you know, the flavors all enhance each other and it's just not that great by itself, but it's really, really good when you have all of the other ingredients. So this is like a more colorful lasagna than I expected because we have cheese that is a little chunky and pink cheese. Looks kind of like an Easter lasagna. All right, and we're gonna put a little bit of the marinara sauce on top of that. And then we're gonna put another layer of the lasagna. I'm gonna like spread it around. Yeah, when you put these on, it's nice because they sort of like little surfboards. They push all the cheese and the marinara sauce together. And it's a little chunky, that marinara sauce, but that's okay. And also that cheese is chunky. I guess that's kind of good. Right. Far out. Okay. And I guess I'm going to put some more marinara sauce on top of that. This is a very vibrant lasagna. This is like your super duper psychedelic version of Christina's raw lasagna. And okay, so once I'm done putting, like, I'm just gonna put like some of the zucchini layers. As you can see, they're not all perfect, but like I said, they all go to the same place anyway. So, you know, unless we were trying to win like a prize or something, then we'd really try hard to make it look perfect. But in this case, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put on the tomato slices, which is from the nice cherry tomatoes from Classic Organics. Ooh, yummy. This is going to be our garnish for the top. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish up these last little cherry tomatoes. And I'm not sure if everyone will appreciate this, but it's done. And I can see that not only is this nutritious and will help me to lose weight because it's low fat, but it also burns calories when you make it, because I really put a lot of effort into this, in spite of the fact that it didn't turn out perfectly. Well, I guess like Christina says, you don't really, there's no way to make a mistake because, you know, it's like, it's a creation, it's your lasagna. So this is my lasagna. I'm gonna cut into it and see if I can eat this and enjoy it, and I'll let you know how it is. Okay, so this is my nice piece of raw lasagna, and I'm ready to chow down. And actually, I could eat the whole plate because it's so low fat and so good for you. It's like, if you really wanted to eat like an entire dish of lasagna and not share it with anybody, you could. But I'm going to share this with some people that are coming over, so hopefully they'll like it, and I hope that you have fun making it like I did. It's like I said, you can't go wrong. You just do your thing with it and get organic, get fresh, and you should be good to go. Thanks for joining me. See you next time on Raw Food Quest.